Rangers get a series win on the road? Say what? What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Texas Rangers Roundup. I'm RD. Happy Monday to you. Woof, what a weekend. It was a long night for me Sunday. I just, buddy. Went to Boomer Jacks to watch the game. My son was in town. We were hanging out. Hit up a couple breweries in Bedford and in North Richland Hills. Oh, buddy, yeah. I don't know why I act so wild on Sundays, but I don't know. I just get giddy. But got to watch the afternoon game. And then, unfortunately, Stars lost last night. I know this is the Ranger Roundup, but let's be honest. Stars losing. They got bounced from the playoffs. Oh, those Edmonton Oilers, man. I just don't know why I said that weird. But anyways, let's keep our chins up here. Rangers win a series on the road. Yes, it's against the Marlins, but it's a win. Now, Friday, they were down in Miami Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. After Friday's game, I was a little concerned, but let's get into it. Let's talk about it. All right. Friday, Marlins beat the Rangers 8-2. Rangers put up 2 runs on 6 hits and had an error. Cronin gets the win. Urena gets the loss. You know, Cronin's 1-2 with a 1.35 ERA, which is insane. Urena 1-5 with a 3.74 ERA. The bats never come to support him. I don't know what it is. We talked about it last week. I don't know what the deal is. Anyways, Marlins scored 2 in the second and third, tack on 3 in the 7th, and 1 more in the 8th. Rangers put up 1 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th, and that is it. Very, very quiet night. Sanchez, their top performers are 2 of them are Marlins, 1 of them's a Ranger. That's nice, right? Sanchez went 3 for 3, a homer, 2 doubles, walk, 3 RBIs, 2 runs. Hernandez threw 3 and 2/3 innings pitch. Gave up 2 hits, no earned runs, and had 3 strikeouts. Berger went 3 for 5, an RBI and 2 runs. This one, the comparison, it's kind of embarrassing, to be honest with you. Anyways, Marlins had 2 homers versus the Rangers had 1. Total bases, 20 for the Marlins, 11 for the Rangers. 2 stolen bases for the Marlins, none for the Rangers. Marlins left 7 on, Rangers left 3 on, and the only error was by the Rangers. They kind of put a couple together. Josh Smith hit a homer. That was nice. But, just 2 runs ain't going to get it done, especially against a bad team. Like, come on. You're sitting there looking at this game, you're like, this isn't going to work, right? So, obviously, they realized that, came back Saturday, and put 7 on them. Shut out the Marlins, 7-0. Lorenzen gets the win. He's 3-3, 2.96 ERA. Weathers gets the loss. He's 3-5 with a 3.41 ERA. Rangers put up 7 runs on 13 hits, no errors. Marlins 0 runs on 7 hits and 1 error. It was kind of balanced attack. They had 2 in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th, tacked on 1 in the 7th, and then 2 more in the top of the 9th. So nice. Everybody was hitting right. It was a nice day to be a Ranger fan, obviously. Top performers, Lorenzen, 6 1/3 inning pitch, 5 hits, 0 earned runs, 7 strikeouts. Seager went 3 for 4, a double, a walk, and a run. Grossman, my man, back in the lineup this weekend. He's 2 for 4. He had a double, walk, 2 RBIs, and a run. Real nice stuff. It's good to see, Seager just be back and be just super hot. He's feeling it. Him and Garcia, and when he's hot, everybody else plays better. Josh Smith plays better. Garcia hits better. It's just really good stuff. Anyways, no homers. These were all off of hits, doubles, extra bases. Yeah, no homers for either team. 16 total bases for the Rangers, 8 for the Marlins. No stolen bases in this game. Rangers left 9 on versus the Marlins leaving 8, and the lone error was committed by the Marlins. So it's nice. That's one of the things that you get to, hey, no errors, right? And nice baseball. I mean, it was a fun game to watch. Lots of hitting. Moving, keep the runners moving, scoring runs, shutting out the opposition. You couldn't ask for anything better, anything more. And that's exactly what they did on Sunday. Rangers win 6-0. Shut out the Marlins again. Rangers scored 6 runs on 10 hits and 0 errors. Marlins 0 runs, 7 hits, and 0 errors. Heaney gets the win, 2-6, a 3.99 ERA. Rogers gets the loss, 1-7 with a 5.68 ERA. I was sitting there, this is the game I was at the Boomer Jacks watching, and they didn't have the sound on it. I had to ask them, turn one of the game. They had, field hockey on, and no shot against field hockey, right? But the damn Rangers are playing. Put the game on, and no sound, so I just had to sit there and watch. Anyways, so I'm sitting there watching. They come out hot, right? They score 3 in the first. I'm like, yeah. And as soon as I send the freaking tweet, that's like, oh, man, the Rangers are starting hot. Over. They get out like 1, 2, 3. I'm like, damn. I am the worst luck ever. I am the cooler, Unbelievable. Anyways, they score 3 in the first. They tack on another one in the 6th, and then score 2 more in the top of the 9th, just to put this baby to bed. Real good stuff. Heaney gets their top performers are Heaney. He got the win. He threw 6 innings, gave up 4 hits, 7 strikeouts, no earned runs. Garcia. Garcia went 2 for 5. Homer, 2 RBIs and a run. Simeon, 1 for 2, had 3 walks and a run. Obviously, the lone homer this time was Garcia. Marlins didn't have any. Total bases, 14 by the Rangers, 7 by the Marlins. No stolen bases in this one. Left on, Rangers left 7 on versus the Marlins left 5. No errors, clean sheet for both teams. Like I said, it was a fun game to watch. Get kind of dead for a couple innings. They were getting some hits here and there, but just weren't scoring. But came out hot. You love to get those runs up on the board in the first, but they definitely cooled off. But finished strong. Pitching was there. What can you say? I mean, back-to-back shutouts. And yes, it's the Marlins. I get it, but you have to beat the bad teams. I was sitting there telling my son about that. I was like, the Marlins aren't that great, but you have to beat the bad teams. This is where you just start. You get these dubs, you stack these dubs, and keep moving on. I mean, you're talking. You're a game back of 500 now. It's been a long stretch here. I mean, it seems like forever since they were playing 500 baseball. But let's take a look at the standings. In the AL West, Rangers still 4 games back. I think there were 3.5 before. Now they're 4. Mariners are still running the West, 34-27 with a .557 win percentage. Rangers are second. They're 29-30. Like I said, they're a game back out of 500. 4 games back on the Mariners. They're 14-13 at home, 15-17 away. Now they got a +8 runs scored, run allowed differential, which is nice. That number keeps growing. Like to see it. They're on a 2-game win streak. They're 5-5 in the last 10. Love it. Going towards the right. You're heading in the right direction, and you got 3. You're back at home for a handful of games, but you're got a game tonight, tomorrow, and Wednesday against the Detroit Tigers. I almost said the Lions. I almost say the Lions because we do the SP fantasy football. We talk a lot about the Lions because Alan's a massive Lions fan from Detroit, and you can't get him to shut up half the time. Anyways, but Detroit's not doing so good. They're in a tough division. They're not a terrible team. This is they're in 4th in the AL Central, right? They're 29-30. They have the same record as the Rangers, but the AL Central is, let's just say, rather stacked. The Guardians, Royals, and Twins are all above 500. I mean, the White Sox suck, but what else is new? You know what I mean? Right now, Detroit, they're 10 games back on the Guardians. They're 14-15 at home, 15-15 away. They're +2 in their runs scored, runs allowed differential. They're on a 1-game winning streak. They're 6-4 in their last 10. So, I mean, this isn't going to be a real easy walk through them. You know what I mean? It's going to be a tough matchup for the Rangers. Speaking of that, good news, folks. Are you ready? Nathan Eovaldi's hitting the bump tonight. Let's just calm down. Let's not get too overly excited here. I'm wiggling around in my chair right now. He's 2-2, 2.84 ERA, 46 strikeouts. Tigers are sending out Tariq Skubal, left-handed pitcher. He's 7-1 with a 2.01 ERA with 80 strikeouts. So this is going to be a tough one for the Rangers. Tough pitching matchup. I see a low-scoring game here. As long as Eovaldi is back and feeling 100%, it's going to be tough. I mean, both these pitchers are really good, right? And then there's nobody else listed for Tuesday or Wednesday at this point for the Rangers, but Detroit's going to run out Jack Flaherty. He's 2-4 with 3.46 ERA, 90 strikeouts on Tuesday, 7:05 pitch time. And then Wednesday is another night game, 7:05 pitch time. Kenta Maeda? Yeah. 2-2, 6.25 ERA. And you know what? I just realized something. Okay, there we go. So, tough matchup for the Rangers as far as pitching. I think if you get to Wednesday, it loosens up quite a bit. I mean, Maeda is 6.25 2.5 ERA is just absurd. So you're going to see really good pitching, and it's going to slowly work its way into like kind of bad pitching. Oh, I mean, it's a homestand. You got to get these dubs. You got to, I'd love to see him win another series, give up one, but take two. I'm in on that. Now, with Detroit coming to town, there are a couple promotional nights. And yes, this is kind of a big deal. All right. Tuesday, Marcus Semien replica World Series ring, first 15,000 fans. Get there early. Get there freaking early. These bobblehead nights, World Series rings, especially I think World Series rings, they get there freaking early. So that's going to be a really cool one. It looks awesome. All of them look cool. They're replicas, but they just look amazing. I think they look awesome. I pulled up Corey Seager's on eBay, and people are selling for like a couple $100, all the way up to like 700 or 1,000. People lost their freaking minds. Anyways, then Wednesday, Nathan Eovaldi bobblehead night, first 15,000 fans, and it's dollar hot dog night. So get out there and get yourself a handful of hot dogs and get you a bobblehead. Really cool. It looks really neat. I wish I was back into collecting bobbleheads. I had probably 100 of them at one point, and then we moved. I don't know what happened to them. They're gone. I just don't see any of them. I'm like, this thing would have took up like boxes and boxes and boxes. They got left behind. Yeah, no idea. And it's kind of depressing because I had a lot of like superhero ones, Marvel, DC, but I had a ton of baseball ones as well. Yeah, what are you going to do? So there you go. That's your promotional schedule. That's your upcoming games. Let's take a look at some stats real quick, and then I'll get y'all on your way. I know it's Monday. I understand. Garcia's taken back over he's tied for home runs already with the team. Corey Seager made his way back to the top. They both have 13. Garcia's got 40 RBIs to match those 13 homers. It seems like that number is just rather low right now. Like these guys were just teeing off last year. And I don't know, but I think they're finding their groove, right? They're finding their groove. Now, as far as batting average, Josh Smith leads the team 287. You got Corey Seager 268, Marcus Semien at 258, and then Corey Seager, he's got an 836 OPS. Josh Smith at 802, Garcia 747. Right behind him, 746, Marcus Semien. So the bats seem to be coming alive, and that's what you're looking for. Like I said last week, you can't win games scoring 2 runs. Every freaking game, 3 runs. It's put up 4 or 5, 6. Help your pitching out. This has been a tough stretch of pitching for the Rangers. Everybody's been on the IL. So, which I have some good news. John Gray, he's on the 15-day IL. He scheduled to face live hitting Monday. So today, that's per Kennedy Landry of MLB.com reports. And Max Scherzer, he's on the 60-day IL. He threw a bullpen session Saturday. So, hey, you can start getting some pitching back. We might be okay. Josh Young, he's still his wrist looks great, I think, after resume hitting. That's what Bochy said. And then Carter, like I said last week, he was placed on the 10-day injured list, lower back tightness. But yeah, I mean, look at this. You start getting guys off the IL. Now we're talking. If you get John Gray and Scherzer back, you start boasting this, get this, Eovaldi's making a start today. Oh, buddy. Good times ahead. One more, hey, let's go Stars. Feel bad for them. It was tough. It was tough. So, Mavs got to pick up the weight. They made the conference, or made the finals, against, they're playing Boston. I think that starts Thursday. But we got some Rangers games to fill in the void. Y'all have a great week. Let's go Rangers.
Let's go Rangers! Let's go Rangers! Let's go Rangers!
Thanks for listening to Roundup.